Hello students. Today I will start with the example of GDP deflator, how it works. How this GDP deflator works to calculate the real value of GDP. Now in the last class, in the last video, I had concluded with this topic GDP deflator, and we have done the formulas to calculate how to calculate nominal, real GDP and GDP deflator, which is the price index of the current year with respect to GDP. So you see here there are different time periods given. 2010 is the base year and the index of 2010 is 100. So in the same year 2010 the nominal and real will be same because value will be same because the base year index is 100. Okay, so even if you put in the formula, you know you will get the two values will be same. So there is one point that you got here, that in the same year, because the base year this is and the index is 100, so the two values of nominal and real will be same. Now let us just go to the next year 2011, where you see the nominal value, the real value and the index 111.3. So from the previous year's base year's index, the current year index is 111.3. So it shows a 11.33% increase in what? In prices. So because the GDP deflator has increased, there is an 11.33% difference between the two index, and so there is a rise of 11.33% in prices of the goods and services in that year. So in this year 2011, the nominal value, which is more than the real value by 11.33%. Now let us take any other year, 2015. Nominal value, real value 109.7. The base year is 2010. So okay, so with the base year index 100, the current year index 109.7, there is a change of 9.67%. So this has been approximated. So this 9.67% or 9.7%, there is an increase in prices. So the nominal value is higher than the real value for the same level of output in the same year because of the 9.7%, I'm rounding off, approximately 9.7% change in prices or increase in prices. So you now what we have discussed in the previous video and this example, you can see for each year, if you want to respectively, the indices are given comparing with the base year. So you see that how the GDP deflator works to calculate the real value from the nominal value of the same year with the same level of output. So we are more interested in knowing the real value. As economists, you should be more interested in knowing what is the real value of GDP. When you see the value of nominal GDP for any year, you should be more keen to know what is the real growth. So that is understood from the working of GDP deflator, and so the real value of GDP is more important to know the real growth of the economy. So let us just go ahead. So now this example I've just put it here so that you can just go through it. If you want to know, understand, you can relate it to what we have done in the previous class and with the formulas. So this chart, this table will help you to understand the GDP deflator's role in calculating real GDP. So this is not for you to by heart, or it's not for you to write it down also in your note copies. This I have just presented so that I can explain you through this very good example the comparison between nominal real GDP and what is the role of the GDP deflator. If you want to, you can put it down in your notebooks. Okay, so let us go to today's topic. Today, as I said in the previous class, I want to discuss with you some more numerical problems on nominal and real GDP. But before going into those numerical problems, now here nominal GDP or GDP at current price. This is the definition. So if there is a question, what is nominal GDP? This is the definition. So we have done these concepts. I'm not going back again reading through it. So real GDP, GDP at constant price, definition. You will learn the definitions, you will write it in your copies. Now there can be three situations that can arise when we compare real and nominal GDP. The first one, real GDP is more than nominal GDP. When price level in base year is more than price level in current year. So I will explain this point with the help of a question in the next slide. So once again, real GDP is more than nominal GDP when the price level in base year is more than the price level in the current year. Okay. The next point, real GDP is equal to nominal GDP when price level in both years is same. So this I think it is understandable to you. Now real GDP is less than nominal GDP when price level in base year is less than price level in current year. This is what we saw in the previous video. The numericals that there I discussed, that was the case where real GDP was less than nominal GDP. Try to remember. And always it was a case of inflation or price rise. So through the GDP deflator or index, we saw that the current year index was always greater. That means there the price level in current year was more than the price level in base year, and so real GDP is less than nominal GDP in this situation. So there are these three situations. You have to learn these points. Because you should know that real GDP can be greater than nominal, equal to nominal, and less than nominal, but there are three different cases or reasons behind it. So you will learn these points because then it has an application part. Why? Because in the numerical problem where you have to interpret based on the values that is given. Okay, so let us go. So in the next slide I will explain this point. Real GDP can be more than nominal GDP. So let us understand this point with the help of this numerical example. Through this numerical problem, we will understand the situation where the real GDP can be more than nominal GDP in any current year. So as you can see, this is an NCERT question and this is also a CBSE board's question. This is an important question, so you will mark it as important and you will write this numerical problem in your copies. So let us just read the question. The value of the nominal GNP of an economy was rupees 2500 crores in a particular year. The value of GNP of that country during the same year evaluated at the prices of some, this should be some base year was rupees 3000 crores. Calculate the value of GNP deflator of the year in percentage terms. And the second part of the question, has the price level risen between the base year and the year under consideration? So as you can see the question here, when you look at the question, the nominal GNP is of a lesser value for the same year when the real GNP is calculated with reference to base year price using the price index, then the value is higher. So this is a case of real GNP more than nominal GNP. Now the question is asking to find out the GNP deflator and answer the second part of the question, whether the prices have risen or not. So we'll see this. So GNP deflator, by substituting the two values in the formula, we get like you can see here 2500 by 3000 into 100. So you get the value of GNP deflator 83.3%. Now the question is asking you to give it in terms of percentage. So the percentage sign is here. Although GNP deflator or price index can be just stated as here in this example 83.3. So price index is a unit free number, so it can be stated just the value of the price index, but since the question is asking you to give it in terms of a percentage. And also why we can say it is a percentage, because it shows the percentage change in prices over two time periods. So it is correct to say 83.3 also, but as per the question we are writing it as 83.3% here. Now what you see here, that 83.3 is less than base year index, which is 100. That means there is a fall in the prices of the current year compared to the base year. So we have 2 years here, the base year and the current year, that is the year of consideration. So between the 2 years, the prices in the current year have fallen, which is shown through the GNP deflator. So the answer will be no, the price level has not risen between the base year and the year under consideration, the current year. Rather, it has fallen. GNP deflator of 83.3% shows that prices have reduced by 17% approximately between the base year and the year under consideration, the current year. Now, how are we getting the 17%? It is the difference of the current year GNP deflator and the base year index, which is 100. So the difference is 17%, showing that the current year GNP deflator is lesser than the base year's index. So this shows that this is a clear case of deflation in the economy. So when there is a deflation in the economy, that is falling prices, then the real GDP of the current year will come out to be more than the nominal GDP of the same year. Why? The reason being the GNP deflator is less in comparison to the base year index, or in other words, it means the prices of the current year is less in comparison to the prices of goods and services in the base year or previous year, which is taken as the base. So I hope this question is clear to you, and let us go ahead to the next slide. The question says, based on the given data, find out for which year is real GDP and nominal GDP same and why. So we will see the first part. Now see 2014-2015. Here nominal GDP, GDP deflator, substituting the values, you get the same value. So nominal and real GDP is same for the year 2014-15 as it is the base year. Since it is the base year, the nominal and real values for that same year, for that same year's output level is same on account of it being the same year with the base 100. So the GDP deflator is 100 here, and hence you find that the two values will be same. So the first question is answered here, and so we go to the next question. Calculate real GDP for the given years. Is there any year for which real GDP falls? Looking at the table, we know that the real GDP will be falling because both years show there is the GDP deflator which has risen. You remember the first I started with the GDP deflator example. So the GDP deflator has risen here also in comparison. Now if we take this as the base, so in comparison to this it has risen. So in the year 2015-16, substituting in the formula these two values of nominal GDP and deflator, you get the answer real GDP 6. So in the year 2015-16, the GDP has declined considerably because cause is high rate of inflation. And how we know it? Because the index has changed to 140. So there is a 40% rise in price. So from here to 2016-17, if we compare these 2 years, 2014 and 2016, the rise is 25%. So in both the cases, in both the time periods, the real GDP has fallen. Here also we calculate by substituting 9 and 125 the values here, you will get the real GDP. This is also less in comparison to nominal because of the rise in the index. So that means showing a 25% rise in price as compared to this year. So when we compare this year's index to the year 2016, there is a 25% rise. So in both the years 2015 and 16, GDP, real GDP's value is less on account of inflation, but in this year it is particularly less. So this is the answer for the second question. So in both, you can also write in both the years 2015-16 and 16-17, the real GDP's value is less, but it is fallen more or declined more in the years 2015-16 on account of the high rate of inflation, which we can see with the value of the GDP deflator, which is 140 as compared to the base year index 100. So this question here is answered. I hope you have understood. You please write it down in your copies. Let us go to the next numerical problem. Now this is a very easier one. You have to just substitute the values. Ignore this part. The question says nominal GDP is rupees 600 and price index with base 100. So this part I've explained why I told you it will be there in the questions this way. And price index with base 100 is 120. So we have to take these two values, nominal GDP and price index 120, substitute. So after substituting, we get the real GDP as 500. Now you see the nominal value is 600 and the real value is 500 on account of the GDP deflator, which shows a rise in prices 100 to 120. So I hope it is clear. If real income, the next question, if real income is rupees 400 and price index is 105. So here also with base, if we compare, like if it was written like this, it is understood. So there is a 5% rise in price. Calculate nominal income. So substituting the values, real income is given, we have to find nominal. So substitute real income, substitute the value of price index, find nominal income, you get 420. Why? This is a higher value than the real income because of the price index we can see which has risen. There is a 5% difference. There is a 5% change in prices which is on the higher side. That means 5% increase in price has led to an inflated value of the nominal income. But for the same level of output, the real income is just 400. So we say nominal value is the monetary value of the output of goods and services, and real value shows the real growth in the economy. So I hope you have understood. Let us go to the next slide. Here students, I am leaving you with a question which you will do, but I will explain it half the way. I will give you the hint how to do or solve the question. So let us read the question. If in 2004 GDP is 100 crores and in 2013 it is 200 crores at the current price, if price index rises from 100 to 400 within the same time period, then convert GDP at current price to real GDP. Let us go back to the question once again. 2004 base year, but in 2004 the GDP is given. We are not concerned with this value right now. The current year 2013, and it is given 200 crores. It is the GDP at the current price. So what is this 200 crores? Nominal GDP or GDP at current price. So 2013 current year, 200 crores is the GDP at current price. Now if price index rises from 100 to 400 with the base 2004 price index for base year 100, current year index 400, that is for 2013, the current year index 400. We have to convert the nominal GDP of 2013 to real GDP of that year. So we have to only take two values into consideration: the nominal GDP of the year 2013 and the current year index, that is index of 2013, price index. So it is 400. You got the question? Do not get confused. We ignore this value. This we do not need to solve the question. We only need to take the current value of GDP of the year 2013, the current price index, substitute this and this in the equation, get the real GDP. So you will do this part on your own. I hope I have explained for you and you have understood. I hope you have understood my explanation and how you have to solve this question. So do it in your copy, students, and write all the numericals we have done till now. And from the PDF of the video that I will send, all the numerical problems that I have discussed in this video, it will be there in the PDF. Go to it, write down all the numericals. Okay, so till the next video, till the next class, and let me tell you what I will do in the next class. I will do the topic comparison of real and nominal GDP, that is the differences of nominal and real GDP, and the topic why real GDP is a better indicator of growth, economic growth. So till the next video, thank you, students.